I'm doing it again. Super terrified. Again. I wanted to go over the questions that I was asked in December. So I figured I would do that on a live. Ooh. A little shaken. It's very dark out. Hi, Fina. It's good to see you. I'm doing it. I'm good. I'm sitting in a park. Everybody's on the other side of the park. There's nobody over here. So I'm where the soccer fields are. But I'm loving this town. I mean, I've been in this town for 10 days. Maybe a few days more before I move on. Go find a nice lighthouse. I don't know why I'm so scared of lives. I guess just because I just don't say much. I'm a really quiet person. I skipped dinner. You said, what's for dinner? Yeah, I skipped dinner. Like, once it gets dark, I don't really eat in the dark. So, and I didn't plan out dinner. The funny thing is, I bought ice today so I could put food in my cooler, and that's as far as I got. Ice. Because I had already went to the gym, showered, then did laundry, then grabbed ice, and then nothing. Then I came here. So now I have a cooler of ice. Hi, Heidi. I can't see. Voice of Pakistan. Hello. Oh, you got your sticker. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm always really leery when I send out mail because I don't put a return address on anything. I can put my sister's address, but I usually just put Andy and Magpie, you know, somewhere in the US. The Great White North. Yeah, there's no snow here. There was so much snow when I came into Florida. Like I did that, I don't know what they're called, where they're like a minute long clips. But it was a blizzard when I entered Florida. And then in Key West, it was 40s and 50s, and everybody was dressed in like big coats and hats and gloves and I think the cold has been in my favor though, because I haven't had to deal with crowds, and it's only been warm for like 2 days. So I've had Florida to myself. I've had the beaches to myself. I've had the parks to myself. Everything to myself, just the way I like it. A short. Yes, that is what it's called. We know me in words. It'll come to me, just not right away. I have what I wanted to do. I still have all the questions that I asked for in December. So I have all the questions. I have the ones that were asked of me online, and then when I got mail when I was in Oklahoma, which was the greatest thing. I had people ask me questions in their letters, um, in their Christmas cards. So I'm gonna go over that. This is from Dawn Bedell. She said, "What do you do to pamper yourself?" And this is so cheesy. I buy myself new socks. I buy myself new socks constantly. I have a sock thing where the elasticity has to be perfect. Where that's why I write little phrases on them so I can match them back up so that the wear is the same on each sock that I'm putting on. It's so strange. But yeah, I buy new socks. It makes me feel good. The next question is from Woman Off Grid with Dog. And that's Carrie and Tank. I stayed on her property, I think for 3 days up in Maine last year. She said, "What has been your favorite place you visited while living in your van?" Easily Maine. I always enjoy Maine. I think I've been to Maine every other year for the last like 12 years. Oh, I always find myself in Maine. I'm headed to Maine now. I just have to wait on the weather. Another question from Debbie Patton. How did you learn how to knit/crochet and who taught you? My mom, when I was little, used to make preemie blankets and preemie hats. It was her and like a group, and I don't know if it was a red hat group or what kind of group it was, but they would donate them to the hospitals. And back then, all I could do was just chain. And when I was in the military, I stayed, the girl in Oklahoma, I stayed with her when I was processing to go to, I think, Hawaii. And she had crocheted dishcloths. And I'm a penny pincher. And I was like, I can do that. Like, crochet my own reusable dishcloths. So I taught myself on YouTube. And from then it was everything. Everything crochet. Like 1 year I made blankets for almost my whole family. Another year I made them all the dishcloths that you hang off like your oven. And then I had buttons made for them that said "Made with Love, Andy." I love homemade stuff. I love getting homemade stuff. I love giving homemade stuff. I think there's a lost art with it. It feels so personal to get something homemade from somebody or to make something and give to somebody. YouTube University. Yes. Definitely. YouTube University, Heidi. Gigi asked, and I think it's Ginger, who I almost met. We were going to meet up in southern Missouri, but our days just didn't work out. She said, "What kind of sleeping bag do you have? Where did you get your weighted blanket? And do you use hot hands?" Hell yeah, I use hot hands. I buy them in like bulk. I have the rechargeable hot hands, and I like them, but they also take up my electricity. It saves me money. I have 2 sets, but I more enjoy the shakeable hot hands. Hi, Carolina. No, the words are so small. Yes, country chick. Hello to you. I don't know what kind of sleeping bag I have. I've been in 17-degree weather and still been warm. It's perfect for me. I wish I had one that wasn't a single though, because I like to stretch my knee out, and that doesn't quite work. Oh my gosh, you've been stuck inside since October? That's a long time. It kind of reminds me of my I'm gonna stay in my room for months days. Edith Barnes asked, "Do you go home for Christmas? And have you ever tried an Instant Pot?" I didn't go home for Christmas. I was in Oklahoma for Christmas. I kind of got to stay where the weather is van dwellable. So, and that was Oklahoma this year. And it was nice in Oklahoma. It stayed in like the 40s and 50s all of December. Kathy asked, "What is your favorite food to make on the road?" It's gotta be my KFC bowls. I made them 3 days ago. Mashed potatoes, corn, sometimes meat, eat over a bed of spinach, usually cheese. What's the favorite thing that you've seen me eat or make, Heidi? Oh, that's nice. I love seeing your travels because I feel like it gets me out. Carolina said, "I like the KFC bowls. I started making them and making them in different ways since seeing you do it." Oh, I love to hear it. The KFC bowls are great. And you can make, 4 at a time. Just stick them in the fridge, 3 at a time. And it's grab and go. They're so good. So good. So easy. Okay, here's a question that came in on a letter, so anonymous. And I don't think I've ever addressed it. Just once in a comment, I addressed it. "How old are you? I'm shocked that you have grandkids." How old am I? I will be 45 in about a week. So there's that. And I have 4.5 grandkids. Lots of babies. And one baby on the way. Very soon. Oh, thank you for the happy early birthday. Yeah. I won't celebrate it. I'll just ignore it. Oh, funny story. Hello, Stephanie. I got carded the other day. I bought a beer on the beach, and I was like, okay. And I gave her my license, and she goes, "Oh, congratulations." Yeah, I'm a little older than 21. When is my birthday? On the 22nd. 2/22. So triple deuce. Somebody else asked, aren't you scared to sleep in strange places? Have you ever had a scary situation happen at night? My van is my safe place. So once I put up like all my window covers, I'm not scared. The way I feel is that people in gated communities get murdered. People don't seek out vehicles to hurt people. So, yeah, definitely something can happen. Absolutely. You're not safe anywhere, though. So, have I ever been scared? I don't think so. And I have slept in some sketchy places, but I really do research before I park for the night. I check the crime rate in the area. I look for other people that are sleeping in the area also, because I never want to be the only one. Sometimes you are, though. It depends where you park. But if there's other people parked there, you definitely have a bigger net of safety. And then I love Walmart because their camera systems are like NASA. You know, you can't get away with a crime at Walmart. Does crime happen? Yeah. Everywhere. Uh, you definitely do not look anywhere near 45. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think I got my first gray hair at 41 or 42, and I only have like 3 of them. And I pull them out just so they can come back. Yeah, my van is like a cocoon. It is my own. Like right now, I have the lights on my face, and people can walk by and see I'm completely lit up, but I feel safe. I feel comfortable because this is my home. Next time you get carded, respond with, "Ooh, thank you." I, I don't really drink very often. There happened to be like a little bar on the beach. I wanted to put my feet in the water because I haven't done it yet, and I don't like the ocean, so I decided to have a beer too. Not supposed to pull. You're not supposed to pull out your gray hairs. Yeah. Oh, 57 and only have 20. That's great. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, I think I'm the only one in my family that hasn't went gray. And I don't know why. Have you met any other van lifers? I haven't. Do I see them? Every day. Every single day. Have I spoke to them? No. I can't. And they can't tell I'm living in my van. But I see them. I see them at all the parks. At this park, every day I see them. I see them at all the rest areas that I go to. I see them when I stop at like the little roadside like viewing points. I see them every day. I have not been able to say hi yet. I don't even know where I would start. I'm so awkward. Like, no. So I have not met any others. Yeah, my gray hair is gonna creep up on me, and it's gonna go from 3 to like 3 million without me even realizing it. Another question that was asked in the mail was, what are your favorite YouTube channels? I wrote a couple down because of words. For NASCAR, I watch Eric Estep. To nerd out, I watch List 25, which is great. Football, I watch That's Good Sports. There's a sketch show called Taskmaster. I just started watching it. My sister turned me on to it. CinemaSins, that's a really good one. That's for movies. It's pretty funny. Van Life, I watch Just Rowan. A lot of people watch her. There's another van lifer. My name is Teo. I've probably watched him the longest. BattleBots. Just nerd. Jack sucks at geography. That's a GeoGuessr nerd. Star Talk with Degrassi. Big nerd. I love when he talks about Mars. Woman Off Grid with Dog. Let me plug you. That is Carrie and Tank. You've seen them because that's the lady in Maine that let me stay on her property for a few days. Oh, we had such a great time. Yeah, Teo. It's really good. Really good. I like him a lot. Here's a nugget. About 10 years ago, I went and visited 48 states. And I put these little clips on YouTube. They're I think they're all 2 minutes or less because that was my phone could only hold 2 minutes of video. But if you want to see that, that's under Army Andy 128, and that's on YouTube. And I just did like little clips of each state that I went to. It's corny. It is so corny. There's one on there where I'm crying because my battery died and I couldn't get somebody to um, lend me battery cables. I think this was 2016. You mentioned you have a degree. Can I ask what it is? I have a medical billing and coding degree. I went to school for my BSN at Michigan University. I almost got a degree in paralegal study because I wanted to. I found out how many, like 12 to 15-year-olds there are in our prison systems, and it broke my heart. So I thought I'll become a paralegal, I'll get my foot in the door, and I'll make changes. And I never went. I that's I regret it. I regret not finishing that one because I really did want to make a difference. I think putting our children in prisons when the frontal cortex is not even developed until 25, like these are the people that you need to rehabilitate. Is living in your van a choice? Is it something that you planned out? Or is it out of necessity? This one's a loaded question because it's all three. It's a choice, but it's also a necessity. With my, let's see, is it hard to find a way to upload your videos? And have you ever ran out of power and struggled to find a place to charge? I charge my batteries at parks like this. I'll go in the evening with like my phone charger and go look for pavilions, and if it charges my phone, I will come back 15 minutes before the like park opens, and I can charge my batteries with nobody around. That's how I charge them. Like I have to do that in the morning because my small battery is dead. So I'll get here, it opens at 7, so I'll get here at 6:45 and charge my battery where there's nobody around. So that's my little battery hack to myself. But sometimes I have to go to 4 or 5 parks before I find a pavilion that has electricity. Or I get a campsite and I can charge it that way. But that's between $40 and $60 when I can charge it for free at a park. Living in my van is both a choice and necessity. With my agoraphobia, I will stay in my room for months, years. So this pushes me, it pushes me out. Try to retrain my brain a little bit. Like, and get me outside, get me around people, get me to go in stores. So it's both. There's 2 more questions. I know that you pride yourself on spending very little on food. You use sales, free pantries, clearance items. If you had no budget, what would your dream meal be? It would just be a seafood dinner. I could eat seafood 6 days a week. Seafood and vegetables. I can't really pin down. I don't know what. I wouldn't be able to choose the seafood. I would just want a seafood fest. That's what it would be. Hi, Sherry. And definitely vegetables. The only vegetables I don't like are green peppers, mushrooms, and onions. Everything else, yeah, give me 3 servings. Love veggies, hate seafood. Carolina says, oh, I can't live without my vegetables. It's just not gonna happen. Like, and I like the weird stuff. Like, I love asparagus, Brussels sprouts, liver. I'm not a big meat person. What would be my favorite meat? It might honestly be liver. Meat. Probably liver. Last question that was given to me. Is being in your van the end goal, or is there a future plan? I want to be in my van for at least the next 5 years. So I would say the van is it's kind of an end goal. A piece of property with a tiny trailer or a shed on it where I can have chickens. That'd be great. And no neighbors. No neighbors that I can see. Just me and the chickens. I never made the video for the questions, and they've been haunting me. I wanted to answer them. Oh, sounds lovely. It does sound lovely. And I love chickens. I had a pig. I raised a pig. I named her Patsy Swine. She was a cute thing. Do you guys have any questions? A pet owl? Ugh. Bird nerd. I love my birds. I go to so many like bird sanctuaries. Oh, Carolina says, I'm out in the country. I love it. I have a bus I'm working on, but think it's gonna be too expensive. Ugh, I would love property in a bus. That would be ideal. A bus, a shed, something small. Something where it's just me living in it. Oh, I can't say your name. Petite Observation says, good evening from France. French YouTube. Heidi says, I would love to do the nomad life, but I don't have a vehicle. Jump in somebody else's. Go with them. People do it together. I almost picked up one of my friends that was in between houses, and I was trying to figure out what I could move so that we could, one could be on the floor and one could be on the bed, and we could just switch off, because I've slept on my floor before. I hang out on my floor all day. I stick my feet in between my two seats. But you can do it as a duo. Totally do it as a duo. I think it's really cute when I see, I've seen, I don't follow them, but I've seen YouTube channels where it's like the 60s or 70s older couple that live in their van and just travel in it. It seems so sweet to me. Yeah, getting an SUV, you can, even weekend camping, you know, is great. I know a few people that just go out once or twice a month for a few days. It's very freeing. Yeah, I agree, Fina. Do I go west? Sherry said. I tried, and then I ended up only in Oklahoma. A lot of people tell me to go out to Words. It's the big place in, I think it's Arizona. And you can stay 7 months for like $170 or something. But there's a lot of people there. So I can't do that. But I am going to finish my trip of following the United States coast, because I want to hit all the lighthouses in Washington, Oregon, California, Texas. So hopefully next year I'll be going down that coast, because I have most of the Michigan lighthouses. I've knocked out a bunch of the Florida lighthouses now. The Pensacola one, oh, it kicked my butt. 177 stairs. It felt good though. And then the one in Jupiter that I just did was 105 stairs, but there were 35 stairs to get up to the lighthouse. So that really does have to factor in. So I would say 140. Quartzsite, that's it. It's on my map. At some point, I think when I end up over there, I think I will go. I'll go there, but just for a few days. Yeah, it just seems like more of a. It feels more of a social gathering. How much do I spend on fuel? But barely anything this week, because I've been here for 10 days. It all depends on how fast I go. And my car took premium, so that was hard. This van takes 87, which feels like nothing now because I'm used to paying premium. So what I spend on gas is just how fast I want to go. I'm going to end it here. I wanted to get the questions out of the way, and I wanted to get like a real live under my belt without freaking out. And so thank you for talking to me, for keeping me company, for listening to me babble on. Thank you, Carolina. Thank you, Sherry. And I hope to see you on the next one.